So we have a problem here that asks us to find the average home attendance per week, where T is the number of weeks into the season, between 0 to 19 weeks, and N represents the number of people. So the problem asks us to determine N prime of 7 and interpret the meaning. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. So we have our function, N of T equals 600 times 2 plus 0.3 T raised to the 1/2 power. All right. Well, first things first, we need to find the derivative. So we need to do the chain rule, or the product rule in the chain rule, or the power rule in the chain rule. So N prime of T, that 1/2 would come down to the front and get multiplied by the 600. Okay. Then we have 2 plus 0.3 T raised to the 1/2 minus 1. And then the chain rule comes in. We take the derivative of the stuff that's on the inside. So the derivative of 2, well, 2 is a constant, so that derivative is going to go to 0. The derivative of 0.3t is just 0.3. Okay? So now we simplify this. 1/2 times 600 is 300 times 2 plus 0.3t raised to the 1/2 minus 1, which is negative 1/2, times 0.3. Now to clean this up even further, 300 times 0.3 would be 90. And then since 2 plus 0.3t to the 1/2, negative 1/2 is a negative exponent, that would actually come down to the bottom. So that would be 2 plus 0.3t to the 1/2. For us to type in the calculator, we can do 90 divided by the square root of 2 plus 0.3t. All right, so that right there is generic N prime of T. Okay. So the question asks us to determine N prime of 7. Well, now that we got the derivative, all we have to do is put in 7 in place of T. So this would be 90 divided by the square root of 2 plus 0.3 times 7 on the bottom. And let's see what we get. So on the top we get 90. On the bottom, we get the square root of 4.1, which is approximately 2.0248. And then we do 90 divided by 2.0248. So we get roundabout in the ballpark of 44.4488. All right. So here, let's see here. The average attendance at a baseball park would be 44.48 people. Now, to interpret this meaning, so N prime of 7 would be to the nearest whole number, so that would be 44. To interpret the meaning, this would mean that the rate of attendance would be increasing by N prime of 7 people per week, 7 weeks into the season. So in this case, your choice, the second part would be B. The rate of attendance would be increasing by N prime of 7 people per week, 7 weeks into the season. Okay? It wouldn't be an average rate of change between 0 to 7 because we're not talking about just 0 to 7. We're talking about 7 in particular. So that's why it'd be increasing by a rate of 44 people per week. Okay, So that would be your final answer on this particular problem.